Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lindsay. If you're new here, welcome. Happy to have you in my weird little space. So today, the video I have for you is on how to fake the sensory and basically fake it till you make it. So we're gonna get right into it and here we go. So sometimes people mention that I don't really talk about my struggles in the sensory a lot. Now you can hear it in my language about how I am constantly using concepts when I speak versus talking about literal things. But in general, I don't really talk about my sensory struggles a lot. And that's because one, they happen quite often. Two, they're slightly embarrassing a lot of the time. And three, they don't really have much of a conceptual teaching outside of the fact that if you have NI as a savior function in your top two, you're probably going to make a mess of some things in the kitchen and you probably shouldn't be around sharp objects very much. So that's about it, and it's not really that exciting. Seriously, who wants to hear about how I smashed my third bottle of my favorite salad dressing on the floor coming out of the refrigerator before it was even opened? Or who wants to hear about how the time when I finally got to sit down after a long hard day of work at 10 o'clock and finally had made myself a plate of food, I sit down and somehow spin the entire plate of food onto my body so that I'm wearing it and having it all over the floor. And then I'm stuck cleaning and mopping for the next 30 minutes in my own internal sadness of my dinner. Who wants to hear about that? Nobody wants to hear about that. It's not a good story and nobody cares, okay? However, when it comes to the SE, outside of just being accident prone, I do have one major tip that has served me in being able to manage this thing. And it's the concept of tracing, aka copying. Do you remember being asked to trace something as a kid in art class? Probably. I do, and I remember hating it because I just wanted to draw my own hideous flower and not some other flower that was actually drawn correctly. So I would just freaking wiggle away and do my own thing. But do you know what I cannot do right now is draw a great flower. But if I had been practicing tracing flowers for a significant amount of time, probably it would take me, I would probably be able to hand draw you a pretty decent flower. People who have savior sensory are often just able to kind of get it in the sensory world a lot quicker than people who have intuition when it comes to certain things. I remember in college having friends who were just really naturally great at design and layout, and they would have to work on it too, but like they were just naturally gifted and great at it. And friends who were great at styling clothes, or friends who had actually legible handwriting. Amazing, fascinating. So for those not so naturally inclined just to be able to kind of work the thing out, I really like to apply this concept of tracing to life. Let's say tomorrow I want to become great, or just let's say passable at skateboarding. I know it's a terrible idea and I'm not actually going to do it, but let's just say I want to become passable at skateboarding. What I would do is find someone who is really great at skateboarding and then choose what I foresee to be the most 5 important moves, the most attainable moves probably for my very basic skill level. Watch that person do those moves over and over and over again and just work on those same things over and over and over again, using the best, kind of like the best person or whatever, someone up there in a higher level as the standard. So I at least know that once I get one of these moves to a passable degree, it's going to be kind of weighted against the standard of what is considered good. Some people may say, Lindsay, that's so unoriginal. You're just copying someone. Yeah, you're copying someone through the practice phase. This is okay. Once you get good enough, so like let's say I'm practicing my skateboarding moves, and I finally get through those 5 moves, right? Now is the point where I can start to make it more my own because I've mastered that foundational skill, and now I can add my own little spin to it. No pun intended. My own little kick flip to it. Some people might say, Lindsay, the person I'm trying to copy, they're just too good. I just can't. They're too good at the thing. I'm too far removed. So whenever you're looking at a goal and it seems too big, just break it down to a smaller thing, and you'll usually find a place where it's attainable in some way. You can apply the concept of tracing to literally anything until you get it to the point where it is passable to whatever degree you can kind of then start to make it your own. or just kind of keep it at that passable degree and just use it for whatever function you need it for. If I need to learn something, I'm not going to spend the time reading 20 books on that thing. If I can just go directly to the source, find the most important, the best way, the most efficient use of my time, and grab that and practice that and get that skill honed in, and then apply that to a greater range moving forward. Because that's what we're good at with Savior and I, is that we can take a small part and apply it to the many, versus having to learn everything about it just so that we can do the one thing. Like I said, this isn't just simply easy, and it's going to require your time and also you to be able to figure things out on your own quite a bit. You're not going to get quite the hand-holding method as some other ways of learning things. You fake it until you actually do make it and you do create it. So that's what works with me for faking the sensory and getting there, how I get there. Like I said, sometimes it's a long process and you just got to be in there for the long haul. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in my next video. I know I said this was going to be a fun video and I'm sorry it's not, but I mean, I'm not that fun. So anyway, all right, see you guys next time. Bye.